So good evening. Welcome to my research presentation. My name is Aysana Bakhtabayeva. I study at SDU, master's degree, first year student. And this is my research on qualitative research method. So let's start. The title of my research is Challenges of Using Adapted English Coursebooks from Teachers' Perspectives. The qualitative study seeks to explore the challenges faced by English language teachers in different 5 schools in Kazakhstan with adapted coursebooks at secondary school. So this is the overview of my presentation, what I'm going to talk about. And let's talk about the abstract. This is, as I have already mentioned, a qualitative study. I have interviewed 5 English teachers from different Kazakhstan secondary schools, who use the adapted English coursebooks. What does it mean, adapted English coursebooks? It means that these are the English coursebooks which were structured purposefully to Kazakhstan secondary school students. So the research questions are as here. There were 4 research questions. How do teachers evaluate the usage of adapted English coursebooks in meeting the learners' linguistic and cultural needs? To what extent do adapted English language textbooks meet national curriculum standards and learning objectives? This is the 3rd question. The 2nd question, what learning challenges do teachers face when using modified English language textbooks? And the 4th, the last question is, how do teachers supplement the limitations and gaps of modified English language textbooks in their classroom teaching? So literature review, here I highlighted the 4 maybe subtopics that are related to the adapted English coursebooks, adapted coursebooks to teach English as a second language. So the first thing is adapted coursebooks in TFL context. Adapted coursebooks adjust the regional materials to fit learners' needs. It means that some countries, for example, like in our Kazakhstan, many schools, especially state schools, use adapted English coursebooks to teach English language, as this is the reason for that is like based on the ICC competences, like students can use, for example, international intercultural communicative competences. There are more texts and the tasks which are modified according to Kazakhstan tradition, according to Kazakhstan national some aspects. The second is authenticity and the cultural relevance. I think it's the same as I have already explained it. And the third is teacher autonomy and material adaptation. Because of it, some teachers, some instructors who teach English with who use adapted English coursebooks to teach English, they have to change some tasks or simplify some tasks, or vice versa. They give more complicated tasks to students. And the challenges in material implementation, adapting materials poses logistical, pedagogical, and linguistic challenges, especially when balancing local demands with global standards, as I have already mentioned. So the adapted modified course books are usually involve the tasks, the texts and content, which is related only to the location, to the country that is being taught English. Okay, let's go on. Methodology. Here, data collection, qualitative data were gathered through semi-structured interviews with 5 EFL teachers working in secondary schools across Kazakhstan. Participants were selected via purposive sampling to represent diverse teaching contexts. These teachers also, I have to tell that these teachers are varied from the first year teaching to the teachers with experience of 8 and 10 years. So there were diverse answers, really, according to the usage of adapted course books. Data analysis, interview transcripts were coded thematically using a bottom-up approach. Emerging patterns were categorized into major themes. Themes were like pedagogical mismatches, cultural relevance, teacher autonomy, and the technological barriers. What kind of barriers they meet while using the course books. Here you can see the interview questions. There were 8 structured questions, which I first addressed to the interviewees. Then I also, of course, added some extra questions, which to clarify and to open the topic more extended. Okay, so let's go on. Findings. What about the findings? Analyzing the documents, analyzing the not documents, analyzing the interview, analyzing the answers that were given to the questions. I have come up to these 4 findings. The first one was teachers' attitudes toward adapted course books. What does it mean? Most teachers appreciate adapted course books. Actually, it was very surprising for me because personally, when I used adapted English course books, they were very simple, or they were irrelevant to the level of my students. So I had to add, or I had to change something. But like the teachers that I asked these questions, they find these books very useful and interesting. But of course, they often fall short of contextual and linguistic needs. Yes, and one teacher told about the lack of speaking activities in these books. So it's very difficult to improve speaking skills using this course book, and he needed to use extra additional material. Challenging faced in adaptation, teachers struggle with time constraints, lack of training, and the insufficient resources when adapting content. Here, I want to emphasize the point about time and the lack of training. Some teachers told about the guidance. Some teachers thought that these books were very useful as a guide. They could use it as a guidance to the English teaching, but while some teachers found it difficult to use it as a guidance, they had to more and additional training to learn to use this book. The third is classroom implication. Adapted books sometimes misalign with students' language levels or national standards, and affecting classroom performance. Teachers often resort to supplementary materials for balance. And the fourth finding was about suggestions for improvement. Participants proposed collaborative adaptation, better training, and involving local educators in material development. One suggestion of the suggestion of one teacher was like the attention of the policy makers, or let's say the people who are developing the national standards, to pay attention, their attention to the teachers who are showing the mistakes or gaps in these books. So further suggestions: future adaptation should involve teacher input, as I have already told align more closely with national curricula, and provide contextualized examples. Institutional support, professional development, and ongoing evaluation are essential for effective implementation of adapted English course books in Kazakhstani schools, as I have already told, and I personally agree with this statement that the government, the ministry and the teachers must be in one position and work together to produce this kind of books, course books and textbooks, in order to be easier for teachers to use these books and to know the purpose and to know some aspects of these books. Discussion and conclusion. Adapted English course books offer practical benefits but present notable challenges for Kazakhstani EFL teachers. There were some mismatches between local needs, the needs of the students, the needs of the school and the stakeholders, and also the needs differences and the mismatches between the needs of the national standards. Teachers value flexibility but require quite clearer guidance and support for successful implementation. Course book adaptation must involve teacher collaboration, contextual relevance, and the alignment with national policy. Yes, so that's what national standards. And yes, it is the end of my presentation. It was very interesting and it was really exciting for myself to do this kind of quality research. It was interesting to know the answers of teachers if they match with the hypothesis that I made before, and if there were any challenges, or do the teachers see the same challenges and the problems that I see using these adapted English courses. And I think I had some surprise solutions or surprising like results, but also most of the result of the quality research, this research was aligned with the hypothesis that I made before. Thank you very much. It is Aysana Makhtabayeva.